Welcome back, guys. We wanted to come on here and tell you guys about how we haven't really been uploading in the past. It's been about 10 days since our last upload. We wanted to come on here and tell you guys what's going on with the build and all that. But right now, we pretty much are just waiting on. So we got the doors painted. That video will be coming soon, probably within either tomorrow or the next day. So we painted yesterday. And the reason we haven't really been getting videos up as often, mainly is because it's all pretty much a waiting game. We painted the back, as you guys saw in the last video. We painted the back of the doors. And then we had to wait about a week and a half till we could flip the doors over. So within that week and a half, we really didn't have much to do at all. So besides that, we've just been looking at parts and all that. We figured out what we could do on the rear end, and we'll probably be, instead of getting a whole new rear end, we'll be just changing the gears. I'm not the best on knowing exactly what we got to do, so I asked people on Facebook, and they said we pretty much just need to change the gear ratio on it because we aren't going with too powerful of an engine, so we can just do that. But there should be a video up here soon on exactly what is happening. Next video, or this video, we're painting. We got the doors painted, the fenders painted, and the hood painted. So now we're going to be wet sanding them. We got a little bit of trash in the paint. That's why we are wet sanding. We're going to be wet sanding the doors, and then we're going to be putting 3 more coats of clear on. The reason we're doing that is because we want a really mirrored finish to the paint. Usually you will just buff the clear, or you'll wet sand the clear and then you'll buff it, and then it's pretty much done. But we're going to be going with a little bit of a shinier look, so that's why we are doing buff or wet sanding and clear coat twice. Actually, 6 coats of it. We might go to 9 coats of it, just to see how, or just depending on how shiny 6 coats is, because we really do want that mirrored finish to where you're pretty much, if you're standing right next to it, you don't even know that you're you don't even, just like a straight reflection. But besides that, it should start getting warmer here soon, within a month or two. Hopefully by April it'll start getting warmer here to around like 50 to 60 degrees, hopefully, so that we can get out to the barn and start working on the body again. Right when we get out to the El Camino, what we'll probably be doing is going straight to the bottom of, or underneath of it, sanding down the rest of the frame and getting that thing all painted, and then we'll probably do that thing with the rear end, where we just got to change the gear ratio and all that, and the spindles. And then after we get that done, we're probably going to mainly focus on getting the whole rest of the body all sanded down, because as you saw in that update video, we had a lot of stuff we got to fix still. But then after that, we'll start saving up for an engine. The engine we're probably going to be going with is the 350 crate engine. I've heard a lot of good things about that. And also with those, you can pretty much just plug them right up, right into the wiring harness. So it'll make it a lot easier to get everything installed and all that. And then we can just use some of the stuff we already had, because we had to get a couple new things. I think we had to get a brand new steering pump, and we had to get a new alternator or something like that before we got it out to the barn. But right now we're working on the doors and all that, and I think after we get the doors done and the fenders done, all the way done, and the hood done, we're gonna go ahead and put them in a box, and wrap them up and stuff like that and put them in a box. And then we'll be able to just set those to the side, not even worry about them until we get to the rest of the body all painted. And then we'll put those on. We'll probably do the interior first before we put the doors on, but we're gonna put the fenders on right after we get the engine installed. And then after we get those painted, we're gonna go ahead and bring down the front grille like headlight display thing assembly. We're gonna go ahead and bring that down. It does have a crack in it, so we're thinking about going back to the junkyard, the pull and pay lot, and getting that one off that parts car. We'll probably go check that out maybe and see if that one's in good condition and see how much they're charging, because ours does have that crack in it, and if we can just go get that one for cheap, like that fender costed us $30 from there. So if we can go there and get that for $25-$30, then we'll do that instead of trying to fix the one we have, because it'd be cheaper in the long run. We'll also bring down the tailgate and get that painted. We should be able to paint the tailgate all in one go, maybe even the front assembly, because we'll be hanging them so that we don't have to, paint one side, wait a week and a half to paint the other side, and stuff like that. But we should only have to paint one side of. I'm thinking we should only have to paint one side of the bed. I mean the tailgate, because we're going to be putting that bed liner in it. Couldn't think of the word, but we're going to be putting that bed liner in it. So I'll have to see what we have to do for that. I don't think we'll have to paint one side of it, but we'll just have to see. And then after we get those things painted, we should be ready to go back out to the barn and start working. But hopefully we'll be back to the barn, because if we get back out there, we'll be able to get this stuff done. I don't want to rush it, because this was like my dream car for a while. So I don't want to rush it. I want it to be perfect, but I also want to get new content out for you guys. I know Lance is really wanting a car, so we're thinking about what we're going to get, and we're going to build for that. Lance hasn't really been in the videos, but that's because he's at school. I'm all online. His major requires him to be in person, so he's been he's going to be a X-ray tech, so he's been at the hospital pretty much every day. So he's really busy lately, but he's been trying to get back down here and help with the video. So I think once it gets warmer out and we have stuff to do, he'll probably be coming down to help. So right now we've been working for like an hour or two a day, and then we can't really do much more after that. So once we're gonna wet sand tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll get that video out either tomorrow night or Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. It just depends on what we can get done tomorrow. But for parts, we've been looking at maybe just doing the doors, like once we get them done, completely done, just going ahead and assembling them. We might do that, or we might wait to do that. We don't really know. The hood, all we have to really get for that is the little mat that goes underneath of it, for like the insulator. But with our hood, we can't use the old one. And we really don't want to use the old one anyway, because it's just really, really disgusting. All the grease and oil from the motor. It had like 3,000, or it had like 250,000 miles on it. So that's quite a bit for the motor, and it was all greased and oiled up. So we're just gonna get a new one of those, and then we're probably gonna be getting more or new hinges for it too. But we can't put the hood on or any of that until we put the fenders on, because the fenders hook onto the hood. But we probably will wait to do all that till we get the motor in, because it will just go in a lot easier without anything, and we don't have to take any chances of it like scratching up the paint or something like that. But for the motor, we've been looking at I know GM will on their website they sell crate motors, so we're thinking about just going ahead and getting a crate motor from GM. 350 should have the same motor mounts as the Chevy that we have, because they really go together almost. And then we're going to be switching it to a manual, which we might be able to. My uncle has a extra set or extra transmission that's a manual, so we might be able to use his. Just depends if it fits and all that. He has a Chevy too, but he's got a 1967 Camaro, so kind of similar, like the make's the same, so it might fit. We're thinking, so we'll just have to see on that. What else are we gonna have to? Oh yeah, the interior. When we get to that, I mean, we have a while till that, but hopefully we get that done sometime in the summer, which I'm thinking that we will, because when it starts getting warm, we're gonna really grind down on this build and try to get it complete. So I think what we're gonna be doing with the interior is keeping the same like original style inside of it. All the brown we're going to go ahead and paint, which to paint all the brown plastic pieces, we're just going to be using the same paint as we used for the body. We just have to use some adhesion stuff, and then we'll have to clear it maybe. Depends what kind of finish we want to go with. If we want to go with more of a matte finish, I don't think we clear it, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to ask our buddy. He's a body man. And a painter and all that. So I'll have to ask him. And then with the dash, we're going to go with the original dash and all that. I think we're going to go with the original radio and all that, but one that has Bluetooth and an aux. And then we have some subs that we're going to go ahead and put in it. They're from my old vehicle. I used to have more of a sedan, like a Mazda. So I had a trunk and I could put my subs back there. But now that I'm driving the truck now, I don't have anywhere to put them. So I really just have them sitting around. So we're probably going to go ahead and put those behind the seat of the El Camino. And probably going to, I don't know what we're going to do on speakers. I don't know if they give because the El Camino right now only had 2 speakers. They're really, really small speakers. They set up on both sides of the driver, up on the top, and then the passenger. I don't know if they made like an aftermarket audio system that was louder and more clear and more up to date, or if they just have the original ones. But we'll look into that. Yeah, let's see what else we've been looking at on our parts. Oh yeah, here's the rear end gears that we have to get. We have to get a POSI unit 8.8. Here, let me get a picture of it. Just like that right there. We'll have to get that and put that in. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm pretty sure that's what we needed. I asked. I'm in this Facebook group for El Caminos, and I asked on there, and they said that that would work really good. It's what a lot of them did. Yeah, because we were looking at rear ends, and it's gonna take or cost around like $3,000 almost to get a rear end, and we're just gonna go ahead and get the different gear ratio and all that, and that's about $300. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. And I mean, worst case scenario, If it like messes up, then we'll be able to go ahead and buy a new one, a whole new rear end that's more capable of the horsepower. But I don't think we will have to really worry about the horsepower scenario or situation because we're not really putting that much to the wheel. Like 350 crate motor pushes about from 150 horsepower to 300. So I mean, once we get all of the extra stuff we can get on it, then it might be pushing around 350 or 400. And they said that, or they think that that should be good. So we'll just have to see on that. Let's see what else. Um, let's see how much a. Hopefully they still have that Malibu sitting at the junkyard. I'm looking right now to see. I'm not really sure. I guess they went ahead. It's not there anymore. So I guess they don't have the Malibu sitting there anymore. So we might have to just go ahead and buy a new one, new front uh, assembly, which we really don't want to do because that's like $200. So I might just try to fix the one that we have. But yeah, so I think we're just gonna fix the one we have. But besides that, we just wanted to come on here and tell you guys why we haven't been uploading. I mean, it's been about 10 days. We're we would love to do a Porsche Cayenne. We're not there yet, but hopefully one day we'll be building a Porsche or a Lamborghini or a Maserati or something fancy. But we just wanted to come on here and tell you guys what's going on and how we're expecting a video within the next 2 days. We just wanted to update you guys. Um, we didn't want to leave you guys out there wondering what's going on. So we just went ahead and made this video. But stay tuned for the next video. It should be out in the next couple of days. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek before the videos come out. Um, and I think that's a wrap to this one. See you guys in the next one.